the UFC WWE merger is going to have a major impact on sports marketing. And really commercials and media and how the future of sports is going to play out. All of these things are on the table. Because right now, the advantage between these two is overwhelming because it's a full year sport. WWE, that's entertainment. And UFC as a sport, sports business and entertainment is year round. No other sports year round. Baseball's pretty close. Basketball's pretty close. But the problem that's brewing right now for sports is cable TV is crashing. Right? Streaming is taking over. And you don't really know on any given night where your sports team is going to play. So if I'm a Miami Heat fan, where do I go to watch the game on any given night? Is it going to be on this streaming device, that streaming device? Is it going to be on TV? Well, I can't have all those. So someone's getting left out. And as more people leave cable, the price goes up until the market crashes. That's just the way it goes. But the UFC, doing a deal with ESPN, I know where to go whenever I'm watching UFC. I know right where to go to watch it. It's on the same platform all the time. And maybe once a month you got to do the pay-per-view or whatever, but it's still in the same place. And I didn't really understand too much, or the understanding of how regional fan base is so important to a sports team and how the rights are sold and that's how players' contracts are paid a lot of times. And you see what happened to the San Diego Padres where their regional affiliate or whoever was holding their games ended up not being able to pay the, what was it, the digital rights deal? And please fact check me on this because I'm probably making some mistakes in terms of the wording. But the bottom line is they couldn't pay the Padres and the MLB had to step in or else these players' contracts won't be paid. I mean, it's hard to believe that that's the way it is. I mean, that's how quickly a whole franchise can go under. And with the collapse of cable TV, you got a major problem brewing in sports. But it won't be a problem for UFC and WWE, who hopefully they sign with ESPN because ESPN has done a phenomenal job. It's obviously the glue to their fan base on the ESPN Plus package because you know it's there every week. Then they can add in other things. They got golf. I think they got hockey. They're starting to add in some college football games, not the big ones, but it'll get there. And you know, right now it's still big. I mean, that's what's holding cable TV together is the college football playoffs and NBA playoffs and all these things. You got to have cable to watch, which a lot of people are getting it underground anyway. Let's just be real. But you got to have cable TV to watch if you're the average fan. And eventually that market's going to collapse. And then where are all these games going to go? How many will ESPN gobble up? UFC, WWE's got to be a first priority for ESPN Plus. I mean, it has to be. Because if they lock in this for another 5 to 10 years, then they can start picking off other sports franchises who are going to want their fan base to know where to go to watch games. Because right now, on any given, if you're a Yankees fan, where do you go to watch tonight's game? And then tomorrow night's game. It's in 2 different places, I guarantee it. It's on Apple one night, and it's on cable TV the next, and then the following night it's on a different app. You just don't, it's getting to the point where the market is already crashing. It's just a matter of time. As soon as the NFL, which is already there really, and college football start going to apps, it's over. It's a wrap. And it's going to be a quick crash for cable TV, which is really just trying to hold on. And a lot of things already went to streaming anyway. So when the crash comes, it's just going to be, a quick turnover and it's going to be the Wild West for a year or two. But eventually it'll all sort itself out and it'll be good for us. Because right now it's very tough to watch your team play. If you're an NFL fan, NBA fan, MLB fan, you don't necessarily want to buy the whole package for all teams. You just want your team, which I know you can get those too. But in the NFL, you got to buy the whole package, I believe. I don't think you can just get your team. I could be wrong about that. But, this is the way it's heading. All these sports are going to streaming. And the UFC-WWE merger is going to pave the way forward. And the UFC is always out in front over the last 5 to 10 years in terms of where sports is going. It's like the UFC already knows the future, and everyone else is just trying to get caught up. And I love it, because that's going to keep UFC at the top for a long time.
He's gonna fight, wait, he's gonna fight, wait, hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height, yeah. Bringing that thunder with all his might, saying step up, wanna fight, hold up, think twice, gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon, walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded. Wake up, hey, where you at? Hey, got hit in the head with a baseball bat.